Hi, I'm Dr. LaShonda Abdusatar, and I'm the principal of Renwood Elementary, home of the Bears. This is our theme for the year. We started this, when we first came back, with everything that's going on with COVID, quarantines to wearing our masks, distance learning last year. We understand that we can't stop the waves, but we can learn how to surf. So our goal this year is just figuring out how we can work with what we have, no matter what it is, if it comes from district or from the governor, or even just some kids are constantly in quarantine, have to communicate differently with families. So we're just trying to roll with it so that we can make it through. We don't want to take things too seriously because we'll drive ourselves crazy. So that's our goal this year. And so we'll start with our walkthrough wonders. We have Dawn Cucci, who is our inclusion teacher. She's K1 and 2. And whenever I go into her classroom, she's really working on those pre-primer skills with her students, even working with some of the KLA students on RTI. And she's been awesome. We've had a few kiddos come in who are nonverbal. She's worked with those kiddos. Now they're able to communicate a little bit better, and we're able to kind of really see what they know. So she's able to show, or they're able to show their learning. My other teacher is going to be Patty Gaynor. She's second grade, and Krim Carafa is also second grade. And for those guys, they have focused TBTs, and we know as a district leadership team, one of our focus is to really have that TBT kind of drive instruction, to work on some common planning and common lessons. And whenever I go in there for their TBT meetings, they're looking at student work. They're talking about how students came into second grade this year, which is different than how they came in the years past, and what they can do, and even taking it back a step further. The strength that those two team members have is that they did teach first. So they're able to pull from that knowledge of first grade to help with the kids in second grade. And they're doing the same stuff. So one class going to the next class is, it's the same types of interventions and supports that they need to provide to those different levels of kids. Second grade, and how you guys are just awesome with planning your TBTs.
Oh, thank you.
You want to
Thank you
something
so much.
Sure, thank you. Oh, wow, I'm so excited. Thank you so much.
And then my last walkthrough wonder is Stephanie Albright, who is the third grade teacher this year. She's taught fourth grade for the last 8 years. She was bumped down to third because we needed a third, and thankfully she had the licensure. And she's been awesome at bringing in that authentic literacy during social studies and science. And she also teaches writing. So the kids are writing constantly every day, and they also work well as a team because they're planning and doing that writing in the other classes as well. And she's a great leader on that team. So Stephanie Albright is our third grade social studies science teacher, but she also teaches writing. And I already said some great things about how you're just doing a great job with having the kids do that authentic literacy in social studies and science. Every time I come in and do a walkthrough, they're reading, writing, and discussing.
Yep.
So, awesome.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
So those are my 4 walkthrough wonders. And then my next staff that I want to recognize, because of staffing this year, we've had a difficulty hiring new monitors or having subs come in for our classified staff. These ladies do it all. They're lunch monitors when they need to be, COVID cleaners, classroom, monitoring the classrooms if necessary between times. They just step in and jump in wherever you need them to be. Office clerical staff if they need to be, doing attendance, greeting parents. I mean, they're everywhere. And if it wasn't for these 3 ladies, Susan Leeds, who's our secretary, Valerie Coyle, who's our door monitor, and Dana Claudio, who's our door monitor, I just don't know how we could have really got the school year off and functioning. They've been awesome.
So Mrs. Abdusatar gave a really nice speech about you and talked about how you do all those things to really make sure that you are able to keep the school functioning in any way you can. So we're just here to say thank you, and we're very grateful for your willingness to pitch in anytime that's asked and really do everything it takes. So thank you. So Dana,
Yes.
thank you so much. And Valerie, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Very
ladies.
much.
We really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Couldn't have done it without you guys,
Thank you.
really. Can't do it without you, so.
We try our
thank
best.
you.
Yes.
All right, student recognition. All right, so your teachers recommended you guys because you guys are leaders in your classrooms. You're leaders amongst your peers, your classmates. You guys have great academic achievement. You guys are always willing to help. You're very kind, and you do your best every day. So we have Dr. Smilek, who's our superintendent of Parma Schools, and he wants to give you guys a special recognition.
Congratulations, everybody. Your teachers could have picked any kid in their class, and they picked you guys. So we're really proud of you. We're really grateful. We have something, this is probably going to be more for your parents, but we also have a little prize box here for you guys. Okay? So I'll start with the certificates. And where is Joey? Joey, congratulations, bud. And how about Kellen? Kellen here?
Kellen?
Kellen just came in. Congratulations. Nate, where's Nate? Nate just came in too. Congratulations,
Hey,
Nate.
Nate, why don't you stand by your sister?
Oh, perfect. Oh, where's Ryder? Ryder, congratulations, kiddo.
Alexa.
Oh,
Alexis.
sorry. Maybe I mispronounced it. Alexis. There you go. Carter. Where's Carter? There you go, Carter. Congratulations. Christina. Great job, Christina. I like your princess dress too. Emerence. There you go, dear. Congratulations. And where's Isabel? Congratulations.
Our favorite feature here is our welcome and homey feel because we are so small and we are a family. A lot of the teachers have been here for many years, some close to 30, so they really know the community, know the families. And then the families, we've had multiple families come in. I've been here long enough to where I've seen babies and bellies are now in my kindergarten and first grade classroom. So it's been really nice being able to have that personal connection with the families. Our close-knit community, and then we're very supportive of all students. We have a picture, put a couple of pictures on here. This is from our, when we're gonna hopefully get back to that. We have to figure out how we're gonna do it, but our Bring a Loved One to Lunch Day. We have our hero breakfast. We had Debbie Lime come in and do ice cream, social kind of with the kids, so we had a lot of family volunteers. We worked with Applebee's and we did a bunny breakfast. We had our students present first grade like a Christmassy winter ceremony to the families. And then our teachers, get together every first day and we take a picture. So, all right, our least favorite feature, and I'm pretty sure everybody has probably said this in every presentation you go to, but just the COVID and COVID restrictions, being away, trying to kind of start school when a lot of what we do best at school is making those personal connections, trying to do that with having a social distance or having to quarantine kids or kids being out for illnesses. We have some kiddos who've been out just constantly being re-exposed or either testing positive, so it's been a challenge. And then also just our outdated building, we definitely need some TLC, and so thankfully we met with Dr. Schneider, and we have some things on the list that we could do to kind of spruce things up around here. So that part I'm looking forward to. And our most significant improvement, so this year we're really working hard on those tier 2 supports, but then also tier 1 holistic supports for kids. So our morning meetings, all of the classrooms and teachers are participating in morning meetings. Some of them call them like before lunch meetings because that's where they kind of want to get the kids together and kind of get some things off their chest and out, because the kids have a lot of challenges that they're facing at home or at school. We have our calm down corner And I have a picture of that, and a couple of classrooms started that. And it's not just for kids who are having behavioral issues. It's just for any child can go there. A kid went there because he was super excited. His birthday was on Saturday and he just couldn't focus. So he just wanted to kind of write about it. So that's awesome that they do that and practice breathing with the kids. We have our circle time, which is that sharing time, which is a little bit different than the morning meetings. We have our morning greetings where the kids can choose how they want to greet either each other or the teacher as they come in the morning. And then one of our groups, a couple of our K and 1 teachers do get grounded. So after recess and lunch, the kids are very hyped, so they come in and it's kind of serene. They have calming music playing and a visualization on the background, and they kind of really get set and in that learning mode for the afternoon. Right. So our most significant challenge is definitely because of the environment that we're in now with COVID, just making sure that we have that continued progress due to the COVID lag. Kids, our benchmark scores didn't show them really as far off, but what we're noticing now is that the gap that was there, if there was a gap, is getting larger now that the year is progressing. So it'll be interesting to see what that benchmark data looks like in January. But we know we discuss, we look at, their weekly results and their monthly results. So we do meet as a TBT group and as a whole school in our BLT, and we talk about just some different strategies that we could incorporate to kind of help along those lines. The skill deficits that we see mostly, not only with academically, but socially, emotionally, just the kids regulating their emotions and learning how to do that is one of the things that we're working on. So we're working together. We're either through the PST process, team meetings, once with our home liaison or our guide stone, and then also with everything that the teachers are doing in the classroom. And then later on, I'll talk about some of those tier 2 supports that we want to put in place that we haven't yet had here. So I'm excited about that. And our proudest data point is for our walkthroughs, our essential elements. So as a district, we're focusing on guided practice, checking for understanding, adjusting instruction, and that's what we're focusing on here building-wide as well. We've been doing that for a couple of years. So when I look at this, I mean, they're doing a lot of different things, but I love that that line is the longest. So it really shows that that's where our focus is, and it's that cyclical thing. The instruction here, teachers are really good at that chunking, providing more teacher modeling, and giving the kids that opportunity to practice and practice and practice. We know that repetition really helps, but not only repetition, but that guided repetition so that they're doing it and learning it the right way. What we're working to improve is our tier 2 interventions. Right now we have our assistant principal who started on Monday here, so I'm very glad about that. And our resilient learner team, we're working on different things that we can provide for students. And the amazing part is, a lot of times it's difficult to get, people to volunteer, especially now, because it's just so much going on. People don't have the time. The teachers are so excited about the possibility of working with some of the either kids that they've had before or some new kids that are coming in, either via our check-in, check-out that they're going to be starting, or with the groups, or just with, we have some teachers that are just going to be mentors where they kind of choose a time where they meet with the kids throughout the day. They're really excited about providing that support to kids and working with the families. So that part I'm excited about. The other thing is our assessment scores for our TGRG. We're working to improve that. Right now we have about 50% of our kids that met the TGRG guidelines so far. And we just need to make sure that we put things in place so that we can overcome that hurdle and make sure that we get 100% or as close to 100% as possible. And then the last thing we're working to improve is our authentic literacy. And so there's a lot of reading going on. So we see that there's definitely reading, which is great, but we do want to increase that writing and that discussing piece. So as a BLT and a TBT group, we're working on different ways that we can improve that data point and increase the opportunities for students to write and discuss, because we know that incorporates that 4 C's of education and stimulates their brains in different ways. So that's what we want to do and focus on. And some additional favorites. So our PBIS Tier 1 supports, and we've always been really good at PBIS Tier 1. We don't get many referrals. Even if we have, some kiddos with some challenges, that's something that we work really closely with our different teams to kind of figure out what that student needs and get them in the right position or get them the right supports. But I think this year, classroom referrals, maybe 1 from the classroom. Now, lunch and recess, we've gotten a little bit more, but probably not even 10. We really try to work with kids and work with families, so that's great. We recognize students via our Bear Bucks. I should have put a picture of that on here, where they get the daily recognition of the Bear Buck. The weekly, the teachers call names of students weekly. Monthly, we call names and they get certain rewards, and the kids really love it. And they really do try their best to make sure that they're responsible, respectful, and safe. And our additional favorite is our benchmark data results, and I talked about this before, where our benchmark data wasn't horrible in comparison, but we do know that we still have some work to do. And then after we looked at the benchmark data, one of the things we did differently this year, because we didn't have our typical data day, was we created student academic support plans so that we can talk about and see what plan do we have in place for each student that fell below a certain benchmark. Another favorite is our all hands on deck. Everybody came in. You saw that I gave accolades to my classified staff, but I could have given it to every person in the building, because everybody's been chipping in, kind of doing what needs to be done, and whatever we need to do, from door monitor to recess monitor to, just everything. So that part is awesome. And then lastly, one of the things that I wanted to do was work differently with the PTA, and we've never even thought about School of Excellence before as a PTA community. So that's something that we thought about this year. So I'm working with the president and the PTA board to get the School of Excellence. So this year we did apply for that. So we created our goals, and we'll check in on those so next year we can receive that PTA School of Excellence award. And that is it.
Good job, LaShawna.
So thank you.
Thank you.